Welcome viewers to another episode on Spark Igniting Minds. Dr. Manohar is the chairman of the Indian Society for Training and Development ISTD Bangalore chapter and also leads the Karnataka State Board of the All India Manufacturers Organization, a visionary leader, a mentor to many, and a powerhouse of wisdom.
To be an entrepreneur, you keep on investing more and more, and you don't know how many more years you invest without getting a return, and you must be prepared for that. Of course, that's possible only when you have that great determination, the passion. But if you have a vision, if you have a dream, you want to become big, then you really put in those extra efforts needed, getting the best of faculty from private institutions, complement them, don't replace them.
Namaste and welcome Dr. Manohar.
Namaskara, madam.
To our channel Spark Igniting Minds. Today it's truly special and an honor to have you with us. You being a visionary leader, a mentor to many, and a powerhouse of wisdom. Dr. Manohar, I am extremely happy to interact with you. From entrepreneurship to policy advocacy, from academia to civil leadership, you have inspired countless professionals, students, and institutions. Sir, your tireless commitment to building an inclusive and progressive India makes you more than just a leader. You are a nation builder. It's truly an honor to have you with us today. Leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. Dr. Manohar, with your extensive leadership experience, you have had a chance to guide many various sectors. What is the leadership principle that you have never failed in your journey?
It's a very, very interesting question. If I open up my heart and then relate it to my own practices, the way that I have done, the way I have interacted with the people, three things that emerges. One is empathy, next is integrity, and third is the empowerment.
Okay.
Meaning you have to lead with empathy.
Okay.
So only then you will be able to relate to what other person can respond to you, react to you, or perform the way you would want them to do. And secondly, act with integrity, with no sort of calculations and games and kind of things. Act with integrity. Whatever you are doing, you should be genuine about what you are doing. The third thing is empower the others to grow. And in the whole process, the tendency is that we try to gain ourselves. No, in a real leadership situation, that you must ensure that the others grow. So empower others to grow. So these are the values that cut across all sectors, and people remember how you made them feel rather than what you did yourself, how you felt. So that's very, very important.
So three things you are advocating. One is integrity,
empathy,
and empowerment. Very nice. You have been in the leadership, you have a vast leadership experience, and also in training and development. Training is one thing that turns a good workshop into a great one. Training and development is especially crucial to India's economic and educational progress. Dr. Manohar, as a leader who straddles with about entrepreneurship and policy advocacy, how have you seen the concept of training and development evolve in India?
When you talk about evolvement, we need to look at the past and the present. That's when the evolution that you will be able to trace it.
Right, sir.
There was a time when training was considered more a luxury. If the companies were to invest on training program, they were thinking, I'm investing an individual. Is it getting into my profits, getting into my productivity, etc.?
Yes.
But then over the time, people have realized that yes, training is an investment and not an expense. Training is your own asset value, incremental benefits that you are going to get. So training is no more a luxury. It is not a one-side activity. So today it is a strategic imperative. In the sense, if you want to grow in business, if you want to become successful in whatever you are doing, so you must shift from the theory of heavy workshops and training camp to skill-based, skill-oriented, skill-centric, people-centric programs today, and that is what the alignment that we need to do. That is the evolution that I've seen in the Indian industry, and if you really see globally, it is the tendency.
As you said, is the investing on training and development is really crucial for the development of education or economy in India also. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to charge the world. But the bridge between academic institutions and industry is often frail. Dr. Manohar, having worked at the intersection of industry and academia, what do you think is still missing in the bridge and how can we fix it?
If you really see over the years, industry has realized that they need academic support, and academia has realized that they need industry support. Because knowledge evolution is constant, continuous, and it has to be seamless. It is true, academic institutions, through their research and continuous studies, they kind of create new knowledge. But if that knowledge is not applied in the world of reality and tested, then that knowledge is no knowledge. So that happens in the industry and other business sides in the organization. But then, in spite of all this, sometimes we keep hearing, listening, industry complaints against the academia complaints against the industry. So what is missing in this whole context is a mutual respect, and a structured collaboration. There are institutions of higher order, institutions of excellence, so-called. They have gone into structured collaboration. You take IITs, take IIMs and kind of institutions, IACC, etc. They have structured collaboration. They are industry which is part of their faculty, and the faculty members go on the boards of the industry, and there is a continuous learning and the cross-fertilization.
But what about the syllabus that is taught in the colleges or in the educational institution? Does that suffice for the person to get into the industry? And
well, the question is sufficiency. But it may be sufficient for one sector, may not be for another sector. So it is a constant evolution. So there must be continuous interaction. So that is possible through what I call the for instance, industry wants ready talent. Academia says that, well, you mold the people, we give you the basic capable manpower, and it's for you to mold them into what you want. But then at the same time, they have studied for, say, if I take higher education, in India, it's 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2, etc. It goes on like 17 years, and then you have studied, and then to become a postgraduate, and if it is in engineering, it is one more year that you have to work. So in this kind of a situation, after finishing all the degree or the postgraduate degree, and they go to the industry, again to learn something new, it may take 2-3 years, and the industry may feel that, okay, we have recruited.
So that time training and development comes into play.
So that is where the training and development comes. That bridge should happen. So that the ready talent for industry expectation is normal. At the same time, academia need not argue that, okay, we will only give you a capable person who can learn, but then also imbibe certain things into the syllabus, then adapt those practices and make these children, more capable in the market. I mean, that's where the training comes, the faculty, industry, immersion programs are very much required. But there are in the curriculum, there is scope for, say, internship, project-based learning kind of thing. That should not confine to only students. Look at the technical courses. We have engineering, technical programs, etc. Syllabus may have been done a couple of years ago, but then fundamentals you can't change. But the application areas you need to change, because the industry, there is a constant improvement. The technology is improving. It's become new normal today. Any change, innovation is new normal.
But in some of the institutions also, like BITS Pilani and all, the last year I think they have to work in the industry itself as a project.
There are many such institutions. They have made it mandatory that they should go into industry and work. There are 2 or 3 types of education in India. If you look at it, universities, university affiliated colleges, where university decides the curriculum and the affiliated colleges just deliver the program as per the norms set by the university, where they may have limited scope for changing the basic curriculum, but they still have scope for bringing in added value. The other one is the constituent colleges within the university. They just follow whatever the university prescribes. The third one is the independent organizations, autonomous institutions. They may be working as autonomous in the framework of the university norms and regulations. At the same time, they have freedom to change the curriculum. But they have their own boards of studies, and they bring the industry input into things, keep modifying, changing. And I've seen the boards of studies in the private institutions changing their curriculum. Almost every new batch there is a new component coming in. It may be not so easy in university system because of the structure that they have. The structure. So you need to have that continuous interaction even in the university
and
system.
Continuous change also, because there's a new technology.
Change doesn't mean just change for the sake of changing. No. You should not lose the value of what is already available. Time tested curriculum is there, but bring in additionally the new value, new approaches, the new technology adoption. Today we are talking about AI and so many other things which were not there 10 years ago, a decade ago. It
may
was
not be 5 years ago
in
also.
the colleges, schools. Today even schools curriculum have AI today.
Yes, even in the schools have introduced AI as a subject now.
Their learning capability is pretty good. So those kind of changes are happening even in India. Wherever there are the problem that we possibly would have seen, or in institutions where they don't have the infrastructure, they don't have the right kind of capable faculty, and again management support. Even if all these 3 things are brought, even more so in the government schools and colleges in the rural areas, their infrastructure has to improve. And the faculty, they should break that cell and say, okay, we'll bring in the right faculty, and where there is not, we'll even bring in from the private sector and then bring that faculty, put it into the government's education system. That change, if it happens, then you will see the overall change. I would say this will be a quantum jump in the whole game. Government must look at this way, possibility of getting the best of faculty from private institutions, complement them, don't replace them. Don't send them away, whomever you have, but kind of supplement and complement. But at the end of the day, children get the benefit. They are the future citizens. We need to work on them.
Skills are the new currency of the 21st century. As the world rapidly shifts towards a knowledge economy, the importance of skill development is crucial. Dr. Manohar, as chairman of ISTD Bangalore, what trends in skill development excite you the most for the future?
Basically, human brain and brawn, that is the body and mind, they are very flexible, very dynamic, very adaptive and innovative. And the skill is something that we help this body, this mind to improve whatever they have as a potential. The potent that is there has to be brought out. It's already there in it. So all that you have to do is fashion it and then make it sharpen up to the required level, and then create opportunities for them to learn, practice, experiment, and then perform. Then naturally it happens. So what we do in the institutions like ISTD, where I happen to be the chairman for the Bangalore chapter, is that we are trying to integrate these things through trainers. These trainers need not always be the academicians or the teachers. Teachers also can be trainers. So there is a kind of a synergy that we are working, bring that and make it through what I call the human-centric capabilities. Technology is there, but it should be more human-centric. Look at the learning models, the learning capabilities, learning metrics of each individual is different.
Each individual is unique.
Very much. So it is the same syllabus, same teacher, same content, same classroom, but why still different, children get different scores in the examination. So
because their capabilities are different.
There is a difference in individuals. One is strong, another is not weak, but then he's strong in something else. So we need to understand, as a teacher, one has to understand, okay, I'm Walking into the class, all right, but then how I understood my cohorts, my students, what I should be focusing on, even my own approach towards students has to be more current, up to date, and realistic.
Okay.
It should be addressing the individual needs of the students. You may not do a tuition for individual student in a classroom, but in your approach, bring a blend of methodology to deliver your classes so that it meets the expectations of almost all the students, the different levels of learning capability kind of thing. That is the ingenuity and the intelligence of the teacher. That means teacher has to be a constant learner.
Constant learner.
You know,
100%.
Today's children are very fast in absorbing technology, and if there's an intervention through technology, the learning is faster for them. But if teacher is not exposed to that, then there's a gap again.
Yeah.
So we need to
Teachers should
build
get updated with the advanced technology.
Teachers should
also
become virtually a student.
Virtually a student.
Every
Constant.
day.
Oh.
Every day.
Yeah.
Before getting into the classroom and meeting another student, you must understand, I'm studying another student's learning capability and trying to get my knowledge, whatever I have, present it in a way that my student understands.
Yes.
So that requires skill.
So teachers also have to be trained on those aspects also.
Absolutely.
How to cater to all kinds of students.
Absolutely.
And bring in a methodology which suits everybody. Yes.
The training doesn't have to be always coming from outside source. This could be self-training.
Self-training.
Because you can't push teachers, you go for a training program, come back to conduct a class. No. There must be kind of a self-assessment of one's own capability, how he has been effective in the classroom or with that particular student. What is that I need to do?
Okay.
Based on my yesterday students' questions, what is that I can anticipate today, and am I ready to answer those things? Are there tools and methods that are available? Can I learn and then connect? It's everyday learning even for a teacher.
Okay. To manage people, you have to understand people. People management is an art, especially when it comes to early stage ventures. Dr. Manohar, for young entrepreneurs looking to scale their ventures, what people management mistakes should they avoid right from the start?
Today, at least one aspect of it, what I say is that a success or otherwise of a startup is when their idea becomes product and a product is in the market and there are buyers and that's generating revenue, then people may call it a success. But an idea converted into product or technology has a potential use for the benefit of the society, but still not applied doesn't mean that it's gone waste. It is available, it may support and accentuate the progress in other sectors as well. So what we need to do is that there is something called assessing the success of a startup by valuation. I mean, we should not treat people as tools to chase valuation, number one. The entrepreneurs who come with great ideas, they've worked all right, they're just not the tools for chasing valuation. We must invest in culture early, an entrepreneurial culture. Today there is a buzz, entrepreneurship, startup, etc. A lot of incentives. For that sake, some people, I also want to be called an entrepreneur and the startup entrepreneurs. People they tend to get motivated to start that, but then they have to be put through certain filters, some tests.
So you say that evaluation should be there for the entrepreneurs also.
It has to be there, it has to be there because idea is great, but how committed that person is also important. The passion has to be there to work, and with passion, the discipline, hard work, everything goes along with it. So clarity, then empathy. Clarity of objective, goal, etc. Then empathy is that what is that, how their path are they experiencing, what are the pain points and what are the comfort zones, etc. With that, I think if we go back, then the kind of feedback that we give, whichever the stakeholder or external, that becomes foundational. That helps the success of that enterprise.
And you were speaking about the foundation. The foundation of any industry lies in its small and medium businesses. As MSMEs are the backbone, you can say, of any economy, and also India's growth depends on the success of MSMEs. So, what do you see as the biggest hurdle for Indian MSMEs today, and how can we overcome it?
We have examples of MSMEs becoming medium size to large size to mega size. Okay, we have examples. Learning from them, and again from the failures, others who have not been able to make it, if you really see, the hurdle seems to be scalability. If you are an MSME, you want to enjoy all benefits of MSME and you want to confine yourself to MSME framework, that's the choice of the entrepreneur. But if you have a vision, if you have a dream, you want to become big, then you really put in those extra efforts needed. You continuously work on innovation, work on understanding the market. Today you have certain X capability which is equivalent to the requirement. But tomorrow market expects something more, than you need X plus. Are you getting that plus into your business practices, your technology, your machinery, your people, training? And are you also investing in the market? That's very important. Invest in market to create awareness about your products, your enterprise value to the customer. Secondly, are you on constant mode of revolution towards evolution? I would say evolution towards revolution, the other way, so that innovation becomes a good factor for your success. So, scalability is possible today if you are continuously working on how I can kill my product today rather than my competitor killing my product in the market.
Okay.
So that's where you keep on enhancing your ability, and then you are at comfort in the market when you go there. The MSMEs, they do have problems. Of course, the policy has to support. There are policies, central policies, state policies, and every policy claims that yes, we are the best, etc. But then on the ground, reality, there should be constant interaction with the entrepreneur and make those changes that are required in the policy. Change in the government doesn't mean that you must change a policy.
Okay.
Whether you are the ruling government or you are sitting in the opposition table, if there is something good, adapt it, accept it as everybody is. It's not that government did it, so I'm going to change. For what? So if there is something good, even if you are sitting in the opposition bench, if you have something good, give it to them. The government should be receptive.
Yes, from the opposition.
Yes, from the opposition as well. So that connotation of opposition for the sake of opposition should go.
Yes.
Anything good? For instance,
anything good from the opposition, the ruling government should embrace it.
Anything good, embrace it, continue it. It should be a continuous process.
And if some previous government has done something good,
continue it.
Give
the credit to them, it doesn't matter. They will also appreciate.
Just because the government has changed the policies,
if you appreciate the good thing done by the opposition starts appreciating what you are doing.
Right.
So, then partnership builds up.
Correct.
And that change is required.
Okay. Emotional intelligence is the key to both personal and professional success in an age when data and analytics demands the human element that sets a great leader apart. Dr. Manohar, how important is emotional intelligence in today's boardrooms?
Emotional intelligence is essential, I would say. Mere technical brilliance is not enough. If you balance it with emotional intelligence, that quotient comes in, then you will find that synergy happens. Otherwise, your brilliance is under.
Define emotional intelligence. How do you define it?
Okay. That definition may vary from person to person. As emotions keep changing from person to person.
Correct.
So intelligence can be constant factor. Emotion is variable here. Okay. So you have the intelligence, all right. So emotionally, how are you firstly connecting to others?
Yes.
And more importantly,
to the subordinates, connecting to the higher ups,
connecting to any external factor, any stakeholder in the external society. Right. You are connecting to the others. Others include your stakeholders, your shareholders, your employees, your customers, socials, anything that is connected. But more importantly, that connect with yourself. emotion, your own. You have to understand your emotions.
Yes.
Otherwise, we become argumentative.
Yes.
Okay?
Because you should have that emotional balance.
Exactly. You bring the balance when you start talking to yourself. Okay, I seem to be experiencing getting emotionally charged. Am I in the right direction? A fraction of a second is enough to understand that and modify if needed your approach to others.
Yeah.
When you do that, so you have that brilliance. Technically, education, everything is there. So then if you balance these two, you will see fantastic results coming out of it. So it should be embedded in education sector itself, leadership programs, and also even in the performance reviews what the companies do in the HR, L&D and all that, that emotional intelligence is very much required there. That's very much EQ is required for many reasons. If a person is performing one way in one given situation, the same person may perform differently in a different situation. So you got to look at that and relate it. So wherever there is a objective and subjective assessment of performance of these, so you have to bring in that emotional context as well.
In the appraisal also.
Yeah, it makes a, in the appraisal, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So then what happens, people feel encouraged.
Correct.
Okay, there's no just one shot and then I finish it. No, you have to address it differently that way.
But has India been doing enough to build it among the leaders?
I believe yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's not now, even in the past. But maybe the ways of doing things have changed. Okay, there are structured, unstructured, non-structured, not structured situations are there. So it is evolutionary and it is very much there. There are even the legislative framework also today. Earlier any charity given was voluntary, but today even regulatory also it's required, mandatory CSR kind of things. If you're making profits, etc., a contribution to the CSR projects, etc., all these are there to bring about those kind of changes.
And it is mandatory for every company or industry.
Not necessarily. If once you cross the threshold level of your profits and kind of thing, then it happens. Yeah, for small ones and all
for
that,
small,
up to certain limits, it's really not. But firstly, they should survive before they go to help somebody else.
Correct.
You should help yourself before you can help others.
Correct.
You should stand up if you want to help another person to be lifted. So that's important.
A business that does not engage with society is only what you say, concerned with profits, not progress. In the pursuit of profits, many forget their responsibility towards society. As someone who have been deeply involved in civic engagement, Dr. Manohar, how can business leaders play a more active role in shaping a responsible civil society?
Civil society is a market for business.
Okay.
It is there. You call it, it's a direct impact on their business. See, you are making something, you're going to the market. Who is that civil society? It's the market that buys your products, that takes your services. So, if you don't empower, enable that civic society, you will not be successful in the market. In fact, it is told that your children are safer if outside in the society others are comfortable. If there is unrest outside, your children may not be safe there. So however much we try to do for our own, and unless we see external world, there is some peace, there is harmony, there is some contentment, there is a risk, there is the danger of your contentment getting affected. So even for a businessman, see what little things you can do for the rest of the world. Be it in the education. Go to your school, your children's school. Even if your children are not going to that school, go there and see what is happening there. Because they are your tomorrow's customers. They are your ecosystem tomorrow. And how are they being brought up is important. Go to all your utilities. Go to a hospital and see. If there is no good facility in the hospital, and if you are in that vicinity, and if what you can do to help that hospital to get that additional value in terms of equipment, technology, whatever it is, whatever you can afford, you can certainly do it. Not always that we expect government to do everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but then government
We
provides
also,
the
every
basic.
citizen has a responsibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to contribute to the civic society wherever it is. I mean, we can always be a help to the
Absolutely.
government instead of always blaming the government. Yes, sir.
Yeah, a
That's
businessman must go to school and then teach
it. Yes.
free of cost.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't go every day, you do
Huh.
your business.
Huh.
But go once in a fortnight, once in a
while,
month,
go and
once in a
teach.
while you go, spend
Huh.
some time with the children.
Yeah.
Teach them what you can.
Yeah. Whatever
And-
you have learned,
Yes,
do not go
share
away. Share it.
Your experience
Hmm.
and make them feel that yes, you are wanted in the society.
Correct.
Once you go to one school and meet that children, those children and the faculty, teachers and all that, next time when you are passing by, they'll recognize you. Oh, sir is coming, sir is going, okay, madam is going. Then you give some additional value to them. Oh, because of sir, this happened. You see, this equipment was donated by this business enterprise in the laboratory there, in the library there, in the classroom there, in the dining hall there, in the toilets and the washrooms, and or give that drinking water facility. So you also get your publicity by it. So business has a role in
And it is
education.
very inspirational to the children also.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
You become a role model for children.
Role model for the children.
Yes.
That should happen. Sir. Very nice. Entrepreneurs is neither a science nor an art. It's a practice, they say. Dr. Manohar, what is one myth about entrepreneurship that you believe needs to be shattered right away?
To be an entrepreneur requires guts
Okay.
today. Okay, because if you're an employee, okay, you get some fixed salary and you
Fixed salary.
sort of adjust your lifestyle to that.
Here, lot of uncertainty,
Yes.
risk. Is
Certain
involved.
minimum you get comfort, but to be an entrepreneur, you keep on investing more and more, and you don't know how many more years you invest without getting a return, and you must be prepared for that. Of course, that's possible only when you have that great determination, the passion.
Okay.
And when you're doing it, that's not enough. Well, I've determined and I have the passion, but if you are not disciplined, if I'm indisciplined, or if I don't have the resilience, and if I don't manage my cash flows, the moment I get some sale proceeds and then go invest in something that is not related to business, what happens? Your capital gets affected. So again, the humility to learn from failure. Okay, everybody will have that experience, but whether he has learned out of that failure, learn not to commit that mistake again, so that's a big learning. The success, failure is the stepping stone for success. It doesn't mean that every time you must fail to become successful. No, you become successful, great, but be willing to accept tomorrow there may be a situation that same what you have done may not work again. So be ready. To deal with failure is a challenge in today's children today.
Okay.
Big risk that we see in the education, less marks, they get affected. In the job, not good job, they get affected.
Lot of
all these things should
depression.
go. Yes.
They get into depression if they are not coping up well with
Very, very much.
society.
So train them to face the challenges of risk in life, failures in life, and then how do you quickly turn around and then move forward. That's very much required.
The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Vocational training can be a game changer, especially for the youth of rural and semi-urban areas. Dr. Manohar, how can we make vocational training more aspirational for young people in these areas?
It's a very relevant question. In fact, it's not only for rural but also even for urban. Today, vocational skills are very, very important for their survival and growth.
Yes,
You see, there is something called the dignity of labor. The context has to change, narrative has to change. Now, we must celebrate the good work done by a plumber or a technician or a carpenter as much as we do with an engineer or a software engineer or any of that level. So then what happens? You see, there is an encouragement to them. Then everybody contributes to the development, the creation of wealth. So once we change that, I think that perception of vocational studies only for those who didn't do elsewhere well should go. So then you will see adoption happens, and then they start embracing the opportunities. And rural areas, as you said rightly, there are more opportunities for that. But today, even in urban centers, we don't get a good carpenter, good plumber, etc. But we need them.
Yeah,
So,
they're very much. There's an essential
why are people
part
not
of the
taking
society.
those calls? You know, and even for that matter, cooks and chefs.
Correct.
So we should come out of that and say, okay, every branch of labor is respected and celebrated. Then you see the change.
Yes, sir. As well said, sir. As you said, all these vocational, electricians, plumbers, they have to be celebrated. They have to be treated well in the society. That's what.
The same dignity and honor that we treat a doctor or an engineer.
Doctor or an engineer. That is. A global economy means a global exchange of ideas. Cross-border collaborations bring new perspectives and growth. Dr. Manohar, after your time with the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, what key lessons can Indian entrepreneurs learn from the West or vice versa?
There is a symbiotic relationship, and we should look at the scope for learning each other, cross-learning. What we can look at the West is that possibly the systems, processes, approaches, the system thinking, customer centricity and global scalability is what we can get from the West. At the same time, in India, we have a lot of jugaad happening. So, a lot of agility. We can adapt ourselves so quickly. During COVID, Indian, businesses adapted much faster than elsewhere. Our society, our government, everybody, the way we could not only address our internal challenge, but even help the rest of the world, many countries. So, that gives us that belief that yes, we can do. So, the innovation under constraints not always jugaad. So there must be structured innovation that should be happening, and a deep market intuition. We must understand, we should be able to gauge what comes next and next and next. So many MSMEs, particularly even large industries, have today have fallen apart because they didn't understand, or if they have understood, not acted upon. So it has happened. So that is important, that we value our own agility, our innovation, spirit of innovation, even under constraints.
We should learn their processes,
their process systems. Yes,
that has to be adapted.
Discipline again.
Also. Yes.
We have rich culture.
And the work culture also. What do you say about the work culture?
Culture can't be worse. It can only be
work
rich.
Culture.
Work culture. Work culture. We have more of empathy. In the Western system, you don't see that much empathy. They are system driven. Okay.
But empathy is a must.
Is a must.
Yes.
Very much. If you want to be successful in Indian ecosystem, empathy and systems must go together.
Mentoring is not just about sharing advice. It's about empowering others to unlock their own potential. You have mentored many leaders in your career. But what do you look for when selecting someone to mentor? Or what are the qualities you believe make someone mentor worthy?
It's from my own experience. Let me relate to this question. First thing is the respect. You must respect your mentor. Okay. Second, trust. You must trust your mentor. Then comes your humility and your curiosity. And with this kind of this is all building relationship between mentor-mentee kind of a thing. Then it's beautiful, beneficial to both. Mentor is also a learner, because if he is dealing with more than one or two subjects as such, then he keeps on learning. Same approach may not work with another person. So it's very, very important that feedback that comes from the mentee and reverse, both are important, and they should be open to accept it with regard. Not that, this is what you say, okay, I know what I do. No, never. So one should be committed to action and never fail to sort of value the ladder that you have claimed. At one stage the ladder is required. Once you have climbed, ladder is not required. Doesn't mean that you sort of
push the ladder.
Yeah, push the ladder. Okay. You will have to clear it for making it available. At the same time, the value that you realize must never be forgotten. So that will create a greater trust.
Can you give some examples?
Okay.
Yeah.
We have seen, it happens in corporate and non-corporate as well. At the time of need, People go, take help. Sometimes it is monetized. Even mentorship today is monetized. I paid for what he has done to me, so why should I bother anymore?
Yeah.
But you may have to go back to him because he has sort of created a scenario and he has guided you somewhere, but then that might change. From his perspective, it could be different. You could see it differently. So, in mentor-mentee relationship with absolute trust, faith, and that kind of a reliability.
That kind of a guru-shishya relationship.
Absolutely. We have great culture. Our tradition is that.
Yes.
Our strength is that for that matter.
Right.
So, which I see, I've seen, some situations where when a teacher is retired or is transferred, how the whole school, children crying,
the sentiments and then, that they carry for the teacher,
bidding farewell kind of a thing. And they know he's not going to be teaching them anymore, but then you see the kind of relationship, and that's what makes them feel good.
Technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. The future will be shaped by technology, but the human touch remains irreplaceable. Dr. Manohar, in a world dominated by AI and automation, what human qualities do you think will always remain irreplaceable?
Wonderful. Machines are machines made by men.
Correct.
Okay? It is that human intelligence that created the machines. But today, we have enabled machines to think,
I don't know, we have enabled it to think, assimilate, and later
and simulate. Okay? So, machines may simulate intelligence, but the meaning still has to be deciphered by the individual. So, for that you need empathy, ethics. Machine doesn't bother.
But no, sir, when it comes to AI now, they say that even it can detect emotions. It can also act emotionally.
It can. Because that is looking at the whole universe and then getting different experiences of different people. But yet, you are different. Your moment is different. Your emotion is different at given situation. So, AI can't just do that. So, AI can help you. It can parade different situations, and this is what it can be. But it's not always that it should be for you. So the human qualities is irreplaceable. Yes. Machines cannot replace that. Machine can't empathize with me if I'm having a headache. Machine doesn't understand that. Yes. It may read my face, it may read my movements, my eye movement, etc. But it doesn't understand the pain inside. So, whereas a human being understands that. So, empathy, ethics. Okay, what I am doing right or wrong, based on certain situations, the machine will tell you. I think this is not the way. It can work better elsewhere. But then that real sense of ethics only with the human being, creativity and ability. I would say to inspire. Also, ability to inspire. Yeah, I can't inspire you. Only you can inspire. Right? So there are possibilities. Okay. Education is a foundation upon which we build our future. Dr. Manohar, if you had the power to change one policy related to education or skill development overnight, and what would that be and why? A lot of things have happened in the couple of years now. The new education policy Government of India has adopted brought in this context of change, and many changes have happened. But the acceptance have been sort of, by far we see yes, no. So what I would look at it is today in the context of what we have already discussed about industry, academia, collaboration and all that, it must be made mandatory. To some extent it is made in some syllabus of engineering and others. It must be made mandatory. Again, there should be credit linked internships. Internships, although they give certain marks for internship and the project reports, but when you make an assessment of the internship, the learning outcomes of that, it should be again credit based and the project based learning. It is there to some extent, but I personally feel, I personally feel is not adequate. Not adequate. Yes. So we should have certain ratio contextually, depending on which course which program they are doing, engineering, non-engineering, humanities, etc. So there must be a good mix of learning in the market, in the society, learning inside the classroom. So whatever we do, there must be a radical alignment, I would say, of education with employability. Doesn't mean only seeking job outside. Can you employ yourself? Can you become an entrepreneur? You have employability. Otherwise, you will fail yourself. So that should be the context, I would say, the change that should come, inculcating that spirit of great learning and entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
And work through industry, work with industry, work for industry.
Startup India. Yeah. The greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time you fall. Everyone faces challenges, isn't it, sir? But it's how we rise after setbacks that defined our journey. Dr. Manohar, what would you say to the young professional who is struggling to find their path, wondering if they will ever make it?
Leader that you may admire or quote as an example or a role model has gone through this. Has gone through the same situation.
Yes.
So start believing in yourself that you will be able to get over and get through and then get to that point of success.
Correct.
And that helps you. So you have to clarify your goal through, and then your action should be proper. So act, just not overwhelming activity, but then proper focus and realization. That's very important.
Thank you, Dr. Manohar, sir. It was wonderful interacting with you. You have given a lot of insights on leadership, vocational education, skill development, and how should the Indian education be. It was really wonderful listening to all of this, and I think my audience will be benefited by your by this interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.